What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Club and Country. This is episode number 48, and before I get to today's episode, I want to say that yesterday morning I uploaded a video on my channel, which if you haven't seen already, I do recommend you guys go check it out. I'll leave a link to it in the description. I'm letting you guys vote for my next career mode team. The poll is going to close on Friday, the 25th of March, and the career mode is going to start next Saturday on the 26th of March. So you guys can choose my next career mode team. The poll is live right now. Go check out our video. I'll leave a link to it in the description, and yeah, go ahead and vote for my next career mode team. Also as well, this morning, guys, I did upload my series finale on my FIFA 16 career mode. So to be honest, there were so many great moments in there. It's something else I'm also going to leave a link to in the description as well. If you guys haven't seen it yet, I do recommend you guys check it out. It's over 30 minutes long. It took an awful long time to make, and I just really hope you guys enjoy it. If you watched my FIFA 16 career mode, or even if you didn't and you want to see what it was all about, I do recommend you guys go check it out. There was some great memories. It was really, really fun. And yeah, it took a long time to make, but it's up on YouTube right now, and I'll leave a link to both of those videos in the description. And in this video here, we're taking on Toulouse for the first game of today's episode with Paris FC here in Club and Country World in the Coupe Nationale quarter-final. Now, of course, our last game was a 2-0 victory against Stade Reims, but before you think that this is typical Paris FC stuff where we're dominating already, no, that's only our first win in our last 7 games. We've been struggling for form of recent weeks, but coming into this one, the Coupe Nationale quarter-final, I did decide to pick a weakened side for it, as I usually do in the Cups with pretty much all my career mode teams, and Paris FC is no exception. We took the lead early on in this game though, made it 1-0, and we held on for that 1-0 win as well. Toulouse had the final chance of the game in stoppage time. That cross failed to be dealt with by the Paris FC back line. We got let off the hook as the shot was dragged wide of the post and off target. It was how the game would finish as well. Paris FC 1, Toulouse 0, so 2 wins in a row now, 2 clean sheets in a row as well. Maybe we're starting to pick up form a little bit. I don't want to jinx it, but maybe we're starting to come back into form, because of course that win against Stade Reims, as I did say, was our only win in our last 7 games, and that ended a 3-game loss streak in all competitions as well. Now back-to-back wins for the first time in God knows how long, probably the first time in the calendar year, to be honest, and also as well progressing to the Coupe Nationale semi-finals. Beginning to look a little bit more positive now. You know, we're into the semi-finals of the Coupe Nationale. Of course, we've got the Coupe de Ligue final to come in 2 episodes' time. We've also got the Champions League. We're still in it. We lost our round of 16 first leg to Barcelona, but we're still in it as we go to the Nou Camp training by a goal to nil. And in the league as well, we're clinging on to top spot right now with a few games to go. So as you can see the squad report right here as we've entered March, we're into the business end of the season now. We're starting to, well, you know, the earlier form that we had this season was great, but we need to get back to it as soon as possible. And after 2 wins in a row, we're now entering the crucial stages really, coming onto the home stretch for league games as well. We need to make sure that we get back to that form, because of course last season, if you watched this series last season, we should have won the league title. We were top at Christmas, we were top going into the new year in our first season in the top tier of French football, and I was playing well with this Paris FC side. I was playing good, and then I say we threw it away, I threw it away. I completely choked and bottled it really, and we ended up finishing in 3rd place. So for this season, I don't want to do it again, and you can see the squad report right here. The players are growing, everyone seems to be happy or content, maybe not Kevin May, but most of them seem to be relatively happy or content. Morale's fine, form is fine for most players, players continue to grow, and as you can see, 10 games to go, onto the home stretch now, and we're 1 point clear of PSG, and last year, we were in a similar situation before I threw it away. I don't want to see it happen again, so after 2 wins in a row, 1 in the league, 1 in the cup, I'm confident now we can really kick on and hopefully end up finishing in top spot come the end of the season. But as you can see, we are into the Coupe Nationale semi-finals as well. We'll take on Stade Reims after they beat our rivals PSG. We're in the Coupe de Ligue final as well against Stade Rennais. That's in 2 episodes' time. And in the Champions League as well, we are still in that. So the quadruple is still on. I mean, no, of course that's not going to happen, but you know, we're still in these competitions. I do believe one of those trophies, or maybe even 2 of those trophies, will have to get sacrificed this year. I'd imagine that the Champions League, even though we are still in it, is something we'll probably be exiting in the near future, most likely in that second leg to Barcelona, which you'll see in the next episode. But the league is something I don't want to see slip through our fingers for a 2nd season in a row. So right now, 10 games to go. PSG have now moved top of the table after they won their game, which was played a day before this one. So of course we have this game in hand and a chance for us to retake the lead and go 1 point clear of them at the top of the table. But we take on Toulouse here for the second game of today's episode, and the second game against them in just a few days. The first one in the cup, this one in the league, but just like the cup game, we get off to a very, very similar start, because just a few minutes in, directly from kickoff, just like in the game against Toulouse in the cup you just saw a minute ago, we take the lead, and it's little Yannick Giron with the goal. And I just really love this kid, you know, it's his first season in professional football, and I just really rate him as a youth player, you know. I mean, I'm not someone who's obviously good at rating youth players after what happened with Marco Ryan Talla, but it's his fourth goal in the league already this season. He's only, was he 17 years old, 18 years old, and, you know, he's such a good little talent we got in this Paris FC side, and even though we've got better players in the bench, and even on the reserves, I still want to play this guy in the first team as he continues to play well and grows quite nicely. So Paris FC 1, Toulouse 1, a similar start, another early goal, we take the lead, but sadly for us, we didn't concede against Toulouse in the cup, but we do here in the league. They get themselves back on level terms within the first quarter of an hour after we took the lead, really. Delgado with a goal in the 19th minute, and he makes it Paris FC 1, Toulouse 1. So the away side back on level terms, doing what they couldn't do in the cup, and they almost took the lead here as well, but Barmy made an absolutely fantastic save to deny the away side from taking the lead for the first time. What a great stop that was, and it was still 1-1. That was a score at half time, and it was also a score at full time as well. The game did finish as a score draw here at home, and it was a pretty frustrating draw for us this one, because I just couldn't carve out too many chances. It's something which I've said too many times in FIFA 16, but this was a game which was pretty poor from me, to be honest, and I only recorded 2 shots in the entire game, and that's just not good enough, really. I didn't really know how to break down Toulouse. Defensively, they were very, very solid indeed, but they didn't want to attack too much, but just keep holding the ball, and it was a very frustrating but similar story. But because we drew that game, it meant going into our third and final one of today's episode, a calendar week later, away at Lorient. As you can see the table with 9 games to go, because we slipped up, we are a point behind our rivals Paris Saint-Germain, who will remain top of the table. So we've lost our lead at the top. This game, though, was being played on the Saturday, and PSG's game was on the Sunday. So last calendar week, in that game against Toulouse there, we had the game in hand. This would mean that if we lost this game or drew this game, then we would still be behind PSG, because if we drew, we'd still be behind them on a head-to-head record, and they would have a game in hand as well. So this was a game which was imperative. We had to win this game. We had to win this match, and just like the first 2 games today, it's another similar start, because in the first 10 minutes, we once again open the scoring. It's Boga with the goal. Thierry Ambrose dances around his man. The skipper plays it through towards his teammate, Jeremy Boga, one-on-one, and it's a brilliant little finish there as Boga opens the scoring and does give us the lead early on. So his 5th goal in the league in the 9th minute, and we do take the lead. And I was so desperate to win this game. I was really, really, really nervous going into it, because I thought we cannot afford to give PSG the initiative and give them a game in hand whilst we'd still be in second place. So coming into this game, we had to win it. I was trying to be defensively solid after conceding early against Toulouse, but unfortunately, in the 23rd minute, I would once again concede, and our lead is thrown away within the space of 15 in-game minutes. So the corner comes in, there's a man on the line, it's towards Barmy's near post, but it's a ferocious header by the number 22, and he finds the back of the net to get the home side back on level terms. So a frustrating goal to concede there. I never like conceding from set pieces, because I just keep thinking to myself, I've got to be more organised when marking up from dead ball situations. But either way, it is 1-1, home side are back on level terms. Say Maximine almost ran all the way through there to put us back in front there. A lovely solo run by a winger who's playing a lot better this season than last season, but it was still 1-1. That was until the 42nd minute though, where sadly one team would take the lead, but it wasn't us for a second time. It was the home team for the first time. A fantastic strike from just outside the area with just a few minutes to go. This was a poor goal to concede because we had possession with Barmy. I kicked it long, tried to flick it on, gave the ball away. Lorient came forward and, you know, take nothing away from the strike. It's a wonderful goal there from the number 31, but either way, that was really poor from me there. I gave the ball away when it was, you know, it was in Barmy's hands. I kicked it long, gave it away with a flick on, and unfortunately got punished for it. So Lorient do take the lead in this game, make it 2-1. In the second half, it was all about 1 and 2. That was number 1, and this is number 2 with 10 minutes to go. Well, I don't know what's happened to this guy, but our captain, our leader, our star player Thierry Ambrose missed 2 golden opportunities to make it what would have been 2-2 and 3-2 had he converted them both. In the end, missed both. The first one going off target, the second one straight at the goalkeeper, and Lorient hang on for a priceless win. Final score, Lorient 2, Paris FC 1. I can't even remember the last time Thierry Ambrose found the back of the net. In his first season, got 37 goals. In his second season, I think it was 31 21, I think, in the league, or something ridiculous like that. But this season, Thierry Ambrose, he may have scored 13, but he's having a different kind of season to the first two. He is struggling, and that second shot, maybe I'm being too critical for the first attempt, but his second shot, he was so close to the goal. Either side of the goalkeeper, it's 2-2, and he put it straight at him. So final score 2-1 to Lorient. They win the game, and that means that with 8 games to go for us, we are still a point behind our rivals PSG, who have a game in hand. They can extend the gap with 8 games to go to 4 points, and of course they have the better head-to-head record as well. We're approaching the business end of the season. I'm choking, I'm bottling, and it looks like for the second straight season, I may throw away the league title. But that is going to be today's episode of Club and Country, though, guys, so thank you very much for watching the video. Really hope you have enjoyed it. If you haven't enjoyed today's episode, then please do consider leaving a like, so it's of course much appreciated, and really help the channel grow as well, and I'll see you for the next episode of Club and Country very soon.